Hi, and welcome to the March edition of Rowlett on the Water on the Move. I'm Todd Gottel.
I'm Brian Thunderbird.
This show is produced entirely by city staff and can be seen on Rowlett's own television network, RTN 16. You can also find us on our favorite YouTube channel by going to Rowlett Texas Video, and of course your favorite webpage on our streaming video at
www.rowlett.com.
That's right. We have got a lot going on today.
Oh,
we really do. You know, this month, like every month, it seems we always have an action-packed program, and this month is absolutely no exception to that. So it's really great to be here.
It is.
You know, we've been battling some ice and some snow this past month, and I didn't think we were going to get any, but we certainly got hit, but not as hard as. But we're not out of the woods yet. You never know with that late storm. So,
right.
Well, let's start off the program, Brian, because we've got a lot going on. First, let's talk a little bit about the bond election.
Okay. On Tuesday, February 17th, the Rowlett City Council approved a resolution calling the election and setting the ballot language. This is the best news of this bond is no tax increase to Rowlett citizens, Mayor.
Yeah, that really says a lot.
The bond program is timed with the retirement of other debt, and that amount was chosen based on what we could issue without increasing the tax rate.
Now let's talk about that for just 1 second, because that's something that a lot of people don't understand and say, well, how did you get to the point where you're not able to have a tax increase and offer this bond? And you know, we've got hundreds of millions of dollars worth of needs in the city that are there. And it was a very conscious decision to say we've got some bonds that are retiring, some basically debt that's coming to an end.
Right.
And we're going to use that freed up debt capacity to be able to go out and fund some new bonds. That
is correct, Mayor. And it's about $25 to $26 million in the capacity. The bond will be $25.8 million. We'll have 3 propositions. One will be for streets, about $18.9 million. One for parks, about $4.2 million. And one for public safety projects, which would be about $2.6 million.
And I think that's important because a lot of people say, well, you're spending a lot of money on these different programs. Well, first and foremost, the streets program, which is really important, which encompasses streets and alleys, it's about $19 million.
Oh yes.
And it's a significant amount of money. And what I really like about this is we've been very strategic in how that money is spent. We've got a great citizen bond committee. They spent months and months going out in the field looking at those specific items on the list and helping to prioritize, so when they come back to council, they're able to say, these are what we consider to be the top priority, the worst of the worst, essentially. Right. Or strategically, this is where we need to place the money right now because of this project coming in or that project. And we've got some really good programs in place. And what I love about specifically the streets program is that there is a method to the madness. Our streets have what we call a PCI index, or paving condition index, that where we actually grade the streets and alleys every year to determine the quality of what that particular neighborhood or specific street is. So it really does make a big difference, and then based on that, that's where we come off the list of the bond specific like projects.
And Mayor, both the streets and the alleys are rated by that same condition index, the PCI, and they're posted on our website. So if you wanted to see what your rating was, you could actually go out to the city's website, rowlett.com, and you can find your street or your alley and see where it falls compared to the rest of them. In the coming months, look for communications regarding the specifics of all the projects on the ballot. Here's a quick rundown of the propositions. A detailed list can be found on rowlett.com. Proposition 1 is for streets and includes alleys, Mayor. It includes street projects and reconstruction, including an advanced traffic management system that will allow the city to adjust signals as needed to help move traffic after major disruptions such as highway accidents or storms. Proposition 2 for the parks include park projects. Some examples include the Kids Kingdom Playground rebuild, foundation repairs at the RCC, and improvements at the Wet Zone Water Park. Various parks throughout Rowlett will also benefit from this proposition. And then proposition number 3 is for public safety projects that includes a joint training center for police, firefighters, and public works employees, and a fiber ring meant to ensure communications aren't interrupted, and design work for a new fire station.
So we talked a little bit about first, Brian, and there are 3 really good propositions. The first one, of course, are streets now, as we talked a little bit about that. And there's a little bit of method to the madness, because if you look at some of these specific areas, we're not doing every street in that neighborhood, because what we didn't want to do is completely disrupt the neighborhood. But the intent is that we do this first in different phases. Phase 1, we're going to go in and do a certain group of streets. And phase 2, which is essentially another 3 years out, we'll do the second group then to finish off that specific neighborhood. So it makes a lot of sense. And I guess all the information for this, these specific street projects and park projects and, of course, public safety projects, they all can be found on our website by going to rowlett.com. Now, the second part of this is really the parks project, which I just want to talk about for just a brief moment, because I think this is important, is that we have several different items. People say, why are you spending money on parks? Well, we have neglected parks over the years, and it certainly shows. And they are in really strong need of maintenance. I'm trying to be nice here, but we definitely have an opportunity where I think that we've got to do some improvements in those specific parks. And Kids Kingdom is one of those key examples of what we're, unfortunately we had to tear down Kids Kingdom due to some arsenic in the wood that is there that bled into the soil. And once you're made aware of that, of course, we have responsibility to the citizens to make sure that we remediate that specific issue. And unfortunately, it's not we couldn't fix it, so we had to tear down the park. This is an opportunity to, of course, rebuild Kids Kingdom. There's a small fundraising effort that's tied into that, but the balance of this is going to be put on the bond, which is a big deal.
Exactly, Mayor.
And then, of course, community improvements such as like the Wet Zone Water Park. This is something that's been neglected. It's really a glorified community pool in a lot of ways, but it's very widely used in a specific age group that's there, and it's an important part of our community as well. And we do need to do some repairs to that specific area. And then, of course, the final proposition, which is the Proposition 3, which is the public safety, the joint fire or the Joint Training Center for Police and Firefighters and Public Works, that fiber ring that's there. We have a lot of, there are a lot of specific needs that we have within those specific areas that we need to invest as well, because they're a very important part of our city.
That's right, Mayor, and the fiber ring will actually close our ring. So then we would actually have an entire ring around throughout the city, that if one place got disrupted, you still have service from the rest of the area.
Absolutely. Now, the liquor election, which is the final proposition that's going to be on the ballot that's there, this was an effort that was put forth by a group that came forward and essentially put it on the ballot.
Right, they ran the petition process.
Right, that's correct. And it really allows for packaged liquor sales. What are packaged liquor sales? They are stores that sell hard liquor. So your stores like your Spectre, Total Wine, those types of places would be considered packaged stores. So that's going to be on the ballot that's coming up. Again, it's really a matter of choice. There was a lot of discussion at the time when beer and wine came in. It's really a question from my perspective of, am I for or against this? And my perspective is, if we don't get it, Plano just passed it. It's very likely that Garland and, of course, the folks in Rockwall at some point will pick it up. And if we don't capitalize on it now, we could miss out, and then the larger box stores will go on our borders, and we'll lose the sales tax revenue.
Absolutely.
So it's really a question of, it's not so much do you drink or not. I personally really don't drink, but I think we all have a bottle of something somewhere, and I think a lot of folks, when they look at it, as long as it's done right, I think could be a very good thing for the city.
The truth is, Mayor, at some point they will be built. Right. So they can be built on our borders, or they can be built within the city limits.
That's correct. And at least if they're built within the city limits, we have control over what goes in at that point.
That's right.
So they're the propositions. We encourage you to please get out and vote. Your vote is very, very important, and we look forward to seeing you on the 9th of May. Good. So let's talk about March, because what big thing is in March?
March cleanup.
That's right, March cleanup days. And do you have old tree limbs, lawn furniture, or maybe an old barbecue grill that you want to get rid of? I see plenty of those sometimes driving down the alleys. You just see them sitting there and they don't know what to do with them. Well, March 15th or March 2015 is the cleanup event, and it's here for you.
Through the month of March, city staff will be running the 2015 March cleanup event at 3801 President George Bush Turnpike. This location is in front of the Rowlett Water Tower on the southbound service road of PGBT. We've got rows and rows of dumpsters there ready for your disposal needs.
Now, one thing we're doing differently this year is we're changing the schedule up a little bit.
Yes, we are.
So let's talk about that, because the cleanup event's going to run on weekends all month long from 9 to 6. That's weekends, Saturdays and Sundays from 9 to 6. And there'll be 3 employees on site during the event, during the weekend dates, and they are as follows. We have March 7th and 8th, March 14th and 15th, March 21st and 22nd, and March 28th and 29th. Now, why are we doing this?
Mayor, the truth of the matter is, when we went with our contract with Waste Management, we actually added curbside pickup. And what our numbers are showing us over the last few years is that people are taking advantage of that.
That's right.
We've dropped dramatically compared to where the people were taking advantage of the March cleanup. But what we do know is that there's still people who would like to do that.
Absolutely, because, well, a lot of cases, and I'll use myself as an example, I get ready to trim up all the bushes to cut them back, and I don't want to wait till trash day. So it's a good opportunity to load them up in a pickup truck and take them down to have that to the specific cleanup site. But the good news is, regardless whether you attend the March cleanup or go down to that specific site, you can definitely do cleanup in March and place all the product at your curb, and our great trash company, Waste Management, will go in and pick it up for you.
And Mayor, we're also still providing 2 free passes to the landfill each year for those that would rather do that.
Right.
You know, if the timing of March cleanup, if they do an April cleanup, they still can take their stuff to the landfill.
That's exactly right. So we've got a few basic requirements. If you want to use the cleanup days, which are the weekends, you know, and then go down off of Kirby by the water tower down there, you've got to bring a driver's license with a valid ID that shows your Rowlett address, so we'll let you in. And there's a few things that we won't take at March cleanup.
That's correct, Mayor. We won't take any old televisions, electronics, tires, batteries, chemicals, or liquids like paint, motor oil, or solvents. For a full list of items that we do and don't accept, you can go to rowlett.com.
Now, for those old TVs and those old papers and all that type of stuff, there is another event coming up that we'll talk about later as it gets closer, but Keep Rowlett Beautiful sponsoring a recycling event as well. So hang on to those things because you'll have a good chance to get rid of those. So again, to recap, staff will be running the 2015 March Cleanup event at 3801 President George Bush Turnpike from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. on weekends only. Mr. Funderburk, would you please get out of the car?
No.
I'm coming for you. That's right. I'm coming for you. You put these on?
No, but I'll hold
Detective Gottel.
Yes.
You know what I'm here for?
No.
Really? This is March, okay? What's in March?
Oh,
that's right. So,
round
do I look pretty good? I look official, don't I?
Very good. Yes.
I bet I could get by with this, couldn't I? Maybe I have a new profession. But the Rowlett Police Department has joined more than 250 law enforcement jurisdictions from across the state of Texas for the Great Texas Warrant Roundup from March 1st to March 15th.
During this time frame, the Rowlett Warrant Division and the Rowlett Municipal Court I know that show. That's dating me, you know, badly. We'll be conducting a period of amnesty for cases that have gone to warrant status. All persons with
anything you say can and will be used against you on this show. How's that?
I ain't saying anything. All persons with alias warrants who pay the original fine amounts in full will have their fail to appear fines associated with the original fines dismissed by the Rowlett Municipal Court. This will only take place with full payment of the original fines and alias warrants.
Okay, never mind.
No.
You always take the fun out of it. So basically what you're saying is if they show up at court, I don't get to go out and arrest people?
No.
But
you can stand there and with those glasses,
well, whatever, okay? That's fine. So basically, just to recap then, what you're telling me is if somebody shows up at the court and they've got an outstanding warrant, I don't get to come get them.
Unless they don't pay it when they walk out.
Oh, unless they don't pay it, okay.
Yeah, so you can stand by the door.
I can stand by the door,
yes,
okay. All right,
yes.
Okay, cool.
We need a doorman.
All right.
Anyone with warrants who would like to take advantage of this opportunity can contact the Rowlett Warrant Clerk at 972-463-3938.
Okay. I guess that's good, right?
That's very good.
So Rowlett residents with outstanding citations are encouraged
to use this opportunity.
You're encouraging. I don't want to arrest people, but okay. Yeah. But seriously, are encouraged to use this opportunity to take care of warrants in order to avoid the embarrassment of being arrested at home. Actually, what's even worse is work or school.
Yes.
During the warrant roundup.
Yep. So the Great Texas Warrant Roundup will be from March 1st to March 15th. This is an amnesty period, so after this, all bets are off, and you can be arrested at your home, work, or school.
So can I just put these on you?
No.
Just so I can see what it feels like to arrest somebody?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, never mind. Okay. Well, this is one of my favorite times of the year.
They all are.
And my favorite time too, Brian. Boy, how are you?
Hello. Good morning.
Look at me. I'm talking to you.
I don't want to look at him. I don't want to look at him. Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact.
Well, guess what this month is, Brian?
I think it's the annual
Extraordinary Easter Egg Hunt.
That's what it is.
I love this time of the year.
Have you ever found any
Here
eggs?
comes Peter. Say with me. Here comes Peter Cottontail.
I don't remember that song.
Hopping down the Pecan Grove Trail.
There you go, Pecan Grove.
never
Yeah,
mind.
that's right.
So this year's event, all right, can I finish? Okay. So this year's event is going to be held at Pecan Grove Park at 5300 Main Street. Where is that? It's behind the community center. It's behind the community center at Pecan Grove Park. I love Pecan Grove Park, Brian. Do you like Pecan Grove Park?
Yes, it's a very nice park.
I think it's great.
It's a very nice park.
Do I look nice today?
Yes, you did. You combed your hair. That was very impressive.
Guess what I got?
What do you have?
We got Easter eggs.
Oh, I have some too.
I have some too. Well, this is
Yes,
exciting.
isn't this nice?
And then, this is really cool because one of the things I liked about the event. Can I play with an Easter egg? Not right now. Just give me a second. Okay. The times for the Easter egg age groups are what? We have 3 different groups.
That's right. Babies up to 3 years old, 10:30 a.m. From 4 to 6 years old, that would be 10:45 a.m. And 7 and up will be at 11 a.m. Now, there's also a time for angel kids, which will be right at 11:15.
That's right. And one of the really cool things is you can enjoy face painting, bounce houses, music, and then of course photos with Easter Bunny and more.
That's right.
That's exciting.
So, and you can dress up your stroller or your wagon for the best decorated wagon or stroller contest. The lineup time for the contest is at 11 a.m., Mayor.
These don't taste very good, Brian.
I don't think they do either.
I think they're plastic.
I think they are too.
I kind of got chipped.
Now, parking is available at Cole Middle School and at Herforth Park.
Well, let me tell you, one of the cool things that I like about it. Me too. One of the things I really like about it is we got 20,000 candy-filled eggs for these kids.
It's just amazing.
And if you've been down to Pecan Grove Park, it is absolutely, it's like picturesque, the whole setting, with the pecan trees and the beautiful lawn, and you're going to have these Easter eggs spread all over the place with these different groups, and it really does make just an amazing morning for everybody to go out and have a really great time.
It does, Mayor, and this annual egg hunt, which will be held on Saturday, March 28, 2015, from 10 to 12 p.m., will again be in Pecan Grove Park. It is just a great place to do this.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun. And, of course, you know, right after that, which is the next day, is one of my favorite events.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. March 29th, Mayor.
It's mine too, Brian. I love that event. Can I go?
Yes,
Will you take
can.
me?
Yes, you can go.
I love you.
Yes, thank you. The Easter Puppalooza is Sunday, March 29th at 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at Herforth Park.
I'm sorry. I didn't like the taste of that one.
I guess I'm going to get to taste it here in just a little bit. So, but here's the deal. Join the Rowlett Park and Recreation Department at the Easter Puppapalooza, where dogs of all, no, I'm not, of all sizes are invited to hunt for eggs filled with doggy treats. So they won't be candy.
Oh, that's wonderful, because I didn't like that last one I just ate.
We'll have to get you one of those different kinds.
Okay,
so,
thank you.
Yeah.
So the event's going to be held at Herforth Park, and the fee is $10 per dog. And two things, you got to remember to bring your Easter basket, your leash, and 3 things actually, and your proof of rabies vaccination.
That's right.
That's important to have. So it should be a lot of fun.
It will be a blast.
And what does it include, Brian? You get your picture taken with the Easter egg.
That's right.
Or the Easter bunny, right? I get a picture too.
Look-alike and best Easter bonnet will be 2 of the contests that we'll do now.
Oh, that's going to be a good idea.
Yep.
Wonder if we have a hat. You know, we can get him a hat.
We'll have to get him a hat.
Okay, I'll have to get him a hat. Yeah. I like that. This is just messy.
So again, the Easter Puppalooza is Sunday, March 29th from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at Herforth Park.
So come and join me. Happy Easter, everybody.
Please come and join him.
Herb here for Drive Clean across Texas with a few simple things to help your vehicle keep Texas air clear, clean, and beautiful. Hello! You've got to keep your vehicle maintained properly. Check those oil and fuel filters to keep your engine running great and gas mileage high. Service that air conditioning because Texas is as hot as a frying pan sitting on lava. And make sure those tires have the right amount of air in them. In fact, check them once a month. You guessed it, a properly inflated tire gives you better gas mileage and reduces the risk of a high-speed blowout. If you don't keep your vehicle maintained, you're just asking for trouble. First you got a little squeak squeak, then that turns into a clank clank, then you got yourself a bump bump, and the next thing you know, 2 wheels fall off. Then you're riding around with a 2-wheel car, and at that point, you might as well be on rollerblades. Hello! Now, you want to make sure you don't do a jackrabbit start. What's that? That's when you floor it as soon as the light turns green and waste a heck of a lot of fuel. Next thing you know, you just started a drag race with the car beside you. And before you know it, you're 10 cop cars deep in a high-speed chase just because you had a heavy foot. Hello! Next time you're filling up at the pump, stop at the click and don't top off the tank. It's not good for the air. Next thing you know, you've gone too far and gas is overflowing and spilling all over you. You drive up to your job interview smelling like 87 octane and wonder why they never called you back. Hello. And if you really want to save money, don't drive alone. Grab a friend and share rides. Lonely drivers put more cars on the road and drain more gas at the pump. Next thing you know, you're so lonely you start talking to yourself in the car. You drive by your friends while having a deep conversation with yourself and they stop asking if you want to hang out. Hello. Well, with these things in mind, you're ready to drive clean across Texas. You're going to have less pollution coming from your car, which means you'll be doing your part for Texas air. Heck, you'll be saving money too. Now you can spend more money where you're going and less money on getting there. Next thing you know, you've got a smile on your face and a wallet so full that you're sitting crooked in the driver's seat. Hello.
Howdy, this is Chris Paul for the Rowlett Community Emergency Response Team. As we approach spring in Rowlett, a very real threat to life and property is severe storms. Knowing what to do during an emergency is an important part of being prepared and may make all the difference when seconds count. Some of the things you can do to prepare for the unexpected, such as making an emergency supply kit and developing an emergency plan, are the same for both a natural or man-made emergency. A great source of information for making emergency supply kits for your home and family are available at www.ready.gov. Why worry about thunderstorms? The threats from a severe thunderstorm include lightning, straight-line winds, flash floods, hail, and of course tornadoes. Lightning causes an average of 55 to 60 fatalities and over 400 injuries each year. Lightning occurs with all thunderstorms, and lightning costs more than $1 billion in insured losses each year. Straight-line winds can exceed 125 miles per hour. Straight-line winds can cause destruction almost equal to a tornado and are extremely dangerous to aviation. Flash floods are the #1 cause of deaths associated with thunderstorms, with more than 90 fatalities each year. Remember, turn around, don't drown. 6 inches of moving water can make your car uncontrollable or sweep you off your feet. And we all know about hail in North Texas. Hail can be larger than a softball and causes more than $1 billion in crop and property damage each year in the United States. And last and not least, tornadoes. Tornadoes cause an average of 60 to 65 fatalities and over 1,500 injuries each year. Tornadoes can produce wind speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour and can be over 1 mile wide and stay on the ground for over 50 miles. Fortunately, modern technology and the many modes of communication we have available make advanced notice through watches and warnings commonplace. So what's the difference between a watch and a warning? A severe thunderstorm watch means that the potential exists for the development of thunderstorms which may produce large hail or damaging winds. When a watch is issued, you should go about your normal activities, but keep an eye to the sky and an ear to the National Weather Service weather radio or local radio and television stations for further updates and possible warnings. A severe thunderstorm warning, on the other hand, means that a severe thunderstorm is occurring or is imminent based on Doppler radar information. You should move indoors to a place of safety. Schools should think about delaying departure of buses and should take quick action to delay outdoor sports activities, etc. A tornado watch, like a severe thunderstorm watch, means that conditions are favorable for severe thunderstorms to form, but it also means that a few storms may be capable of producing a tornado. While a tornado warning is the ultimate in severe warnings, it means that a tornado is either occurring or imminent based on radar. You should take cover immediately. By being an educated and safe observer, you can do your part in serving your community in severe weather. But remember, your safety should be the first priority. Don't be one of those people that hear warning sirens and run outside with their camera or stand at the nearest window. One of the most relied upon resources for the National Weather Service are trained amateur radio licensees, known as hams, that act as storm spotters. If you're a licensed operator, you can attend free training by the National Weather Service at locations throughout North Texas. You can also find that training and get certified online. If you're not a ham radio operator, find your local amateur radio club for help in studying for licensing exams. As the emergency coordinator for the Rowlett Amateur Radio Emergency Service, I would encourage you to contact us through my call sign and email ns2p@arrl.net for more information on becoming an FCC licensed amateur radio operator. Lastly, no home in Rowlett should be without a dedicated NOAA weather radio. These radios can be programmed to sit quietly until they alert you to important broadcasts from the National Weather Service or the Emergency Alert System. Quality weather radios are available for approximately $50, and they've saved countless lives. In addition, there are also receivers available that will allow you to monitor the licensed hams involved in storm spotting. Until next month, this is Chris Paul of the Rowlett Community Emergency Response Team and the Rowlett Amateur Radio Emergency Service. Get educated, make preparations for you and your loved ones, and stay safe.
So how many times do you walk into a building? A restaurant?
Every time I go in.
That's right. But like, what do? You just walk in, don't you?
Right.
Do you like really look around?
I usually look for an open seat or table.
Okay. Well, this month's program, we're actually talking, which is our fire safety tip for the month, and it's going to be talking about safety in places of public assembly, and it's going to be knowing where your exits and entrances are.
To be safe.
To be safe. That's right. And it's something a lot of times we take for granted. We just walk in the building, but you really need to be a little bit more aware when you walk in the building where the exits are. Because a lot of times you just walk in and you need to sit down. But one of the things that I've learned, even if it's just a restaurant as an example, I always look to see where the other exits are, just in case something would happen. That way you can get up and you can move expeditiously out to the street.
Well, you know, the truth is, Mayor, ever so often the unexpected does happen. You know, an earthquake, a fire, a chemical spill, active terrorism, or some other disaster. And you need to be prepared to escape calmly and safely.
So with that, here's our Fire Marshal, Brian Beckner, for more details.
Hello, I'm Brian Beckner, Fire Marshal for the City of Rowlett. I'd like to take a few minutes of your time to talk about safety in places of public assembly. Every day, millions of people wake up, go to work or school, or take part in social events. But ever so often, the unexpected happens. An earthquake, a fire, a chemical spill, an act of terrorism, or some other disaster. Routines change drastically, and people are suddenly aware of how fragile their lives and routines can be. Before you enter, take a good look. Does the building appear to be in a condition that makes you feel comfortable? Is the main entrance wide, and does it open outward to allow easy exit? Is the outside area clear of material stored against the building or blocking the exits? When you enter, take a good look. Locate the exits immediately. When entering a building, you should look for all available exits. Some exits may be in front and some may be in the back of location. Be prepared to use the closest exit to you. You may not be able to use the main entrance or exit. Check for clear paths. Make sure aisles are wide enough and not obstructed by any chairs or furniture. Do you feel safe? Does the building appear to be overcrowded? Are there fire sources such as candles burning, cigarettes or cigars burning, pyrotechnics, fireworks, or other heat sources that may make you feel unsafe? Are there extra safety precautions in place such as additional exits, fire extinguishers, fire sprinklers, and smoke alarms? During an emergency, react immediately. Do not panic. If an alarm sounds, you see smoke or fire or some other unusual disturbance, immediately exit the building in an orderly fashion. Get out and stay out. Once you escape, stay out. Under no circumstance should you ever go back into a burning building. Let trained firefighters conduct rescue operations. If you have any questions, please call me at 972-463-3940 or send me an email at bbeckner@rowlett.com. If you have any suggestions for shows you'd like to see within the fire department, please let me know with the numbers and the email address above. Again, I'm Brian Beckner, your Fire Marshal.
Well,
Mayor,
yes?
we're going to talk about one of your favorite departments.
What's that?
The library.
I love the library.
Right. You love them all.
I do. I think it's pretty cool stuff.
In late spring, the Rowlett Library will be temporarily relocated to accommodate Village of Rowlett downtown construction. The temporary location will be located at 5702 Rowlett Road, which is the new building we just bought.
That's right.
And the anticipated timeline is that we're going to vacate the existing building and conduct a move between April and May of 2015. The old library will be demolished sometime between June and August of 2015, which is why we're not going to be doing the July 4th fireworks downtown this year.
Right.
A Village of Rowlett construction of library space will be conducted in August. We'll have that space sometime about August 2016, that the new space should be open again. And then we will be moving to the Village of Rowlett space somewhere between September and October of 2016.
Well, that's exciting.
It is very exciting.
I think it's going to be, it's been a long effort. It's been a journey, to say the least. And I think when people see the end result of what Main Street's going to look like, I think you're going to go, wow.
Yes.
It's going to be a lot more of what I call retail friendly, because we're moving the library up to the street. We're going to have restaurants downtown. We've got, it's going to be a very, very walkable community. And I frankly, for one, could not be more excited. It's great.
Me too, Mayor. It's going to be great. So stay tuned for communications from the City of Rowlett in the coming months regarding the movie and summer programs. But for right now, it's business as usual. And there are spring break activities at the library March 9th through the 13th for ages 6 through 12. And all programs are free.
And of course, you can always visit the library today, or for all the details, just go to rowlett.com. You can stop by the library and they'll tell you what's going on, or just visit our favorite website.
That's right.
So, for more programs that are going on, we have Mary Lynn Saxton with March's calendar of events at the public library. So take it away, Mary.
March is roaring in like a lion and bringing fun to the library. Rowlett Public Library will be moving in a few months to a temporary location at 5702 Rowlett Road. Library cards will still be free, and materials such as books, DVDs, music CDs, and magazines are still available for checkout. Contact the library at 972-412-6161 for information about how to obtain your free library card. The library has programs for families to enjoy together. Family Saturday Movie plus Popcorn on March 7th, Family Saturday Crafts on March 14th, and Family Saturday Games on March 21st. The Movie plus Popcorn program on March 7th at 2:00 p.m. will be the Lego Movie, rated PG, and filled with Lego characters trying to save Legoland. Check the library's calendar or website for more information. Wear your jammies and bring your favorite binky to curl up and listen to a wonderful sleepy time story on Thursday evenings at 7 p.m. for Pajama Story Time. This program is suitable for young children and families. The library is dedicated to promoting early literacy, and our story times are excellent for building word recognition and promoting a love of reading. Programs are at 10:00 a.m. and repeated at 10:30 a.m. 3 days a week, and are designed for babies on Mondays, toddlers on Wednesdays, and preschoolers on Fridays. Library staff can introduce your baby to books and vital pre-reading skills with interactive story times on Monday mornings at 10:00 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. In March, The Young and the Restless is ideal for babies 0 to age 2. Library staff can teach toddlers letter recognition with interesting and colorful tales, some set to music, on Wednesday mornings at 10:00 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. in March with Giggle Wiggle story times. Toddlers will have fun while developing a love of learning. Continue your preschoolers' introduction to the alphabet and promote early word recognition with their own story times with Shake, Rattle, and Read on Friday mornings at 10:00 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. For grade school children, the Rowlett Public Library has a prime time book club on Thursdays at 4:00 p.m. in March in the meeting room. Introduce young readers to a new series and encourage new genres. This month's topic is Legos. Rowlett Public Library will have spring break programs during the Garland ISD's break from classes from Monday, March 9th to Friday, March 13th at 2:00 p.m. each day of the week in the meeting room. Programs are free for ages 6 to 12. Monday, explore Rowlett. Plan some outdoor adventures around Rowlett. Lake Ray Hubbard has plenty of places to have fun. Learn about where to go and what to do. Tuesday, storm chasers prepare to be amazed by the storm chasing team for CBS 11, the North Texas Storm Spotters. Wednesday, comic book art. Learn the techniques for creating famous superheroes or your own comic book characters. Thursdays, Legos. Have you heard the library is moving? Help design the perfect new library using Lego blocks. On Friday, Friday the 13th. Find out why you should be afraid, very afraid of Friday the 13th. Need more information? Check out our website or call the library at 972-412-6161. Visit the library in March to learn about all the changes at your library.
You cannot stop a tornado. You cannot shift its direction. A tornado is a force of nature, but so are you. If you find yourself in the path of severe weather, there's plenty you can do to protect yourself and your family. Immediately go to shelter. And then, with a text, a status update, or a tweet, you can alert your social network about the coming threat. Visit noaa.gov/WRN to learn how you can be a force of nature in the face of severe weather. Send a message. Save a life. Be a force of nature.
Well, it's my favorite program at the library.
Oh, really?
I have
Okay.
a favorite program at the library.
Oh, I
So
see.
the library's favorite, but this is a favorite program within the favorite library.
I
How's
hear
that?
you, Mayor. I hear you.
And one of my favorite guys, Phil Barrett.
Yes, him.
That's right. So what's he going to do this month? 'Cause
Well,
I know he's the technology guy, and he's helped me out with my technology.
That's
before,
right,
you know.
and he helps a lot of people out with their technology. So in this month's technology tip, Phil Barrett is here with new fun ways to get kids involved with technology. Take it away, Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Barrett, Tech Services Supervisor with the Rowlett Public Library. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about things you can do with your kids or grandkids to sort of learn how to create technology. So instead of just learning how to use something like your cell phone or whatever, you can learn the basics of how to make something new, like how computers and devices work. A little bit, so you can see the kit here, are these kits of little pieces you can buy and then put them together to make sort of simple machines. The blue piece is going to be your power. There's green pieces and then there's pink pieces. So typically the pink modules like do something, like you have a switch or a dial or something, or rather you do something with the pink ones, and then the green ones then have something that happens, like a light or a noise or a motor. So for example, we take our power and we hook it up to a button. And these are neat, they're magnetic, so you can only put them in one way. You can't, if it's not gonna fit the other way, it doesn't work. So stringing them together is easy. So we'll turn it on so that it's on. I push the button, and the light comes on. And then, so maybe instead of a button, use a light sensor so that whenever it's dark, cover the light sensor, the light comes on. So you got just different kinds of inputs and outputs. And what I'm showing you here is just real basic, but you can have a lot of fun with these. You can string different ones together and do all kinds of different stuff. And there's different kits you can get too. There's this one is just a basic introductory kit, but there's a sound kit, a couple different light kits, and then there's one that's even a cloud-based one that's really cool, that you can have a Wi-Fi module hooked up to it, so that like if I were to cover this up or push a button, it would send me a text message or an email, something like that. So a lot of neat stuff you can do with these. Now each of these kits they run $100 to $150, so they do get a little expensive, but you're learning a lot of neat things with them. If you have any questions about this or any other tech tip we've talked about in the past, please just visit us at the Rowlett Public Library. Thank you.
Today, our journey brings us to Integra Urgent Care right here in Rowlett. You are brand new to the city of Rowlett, which is actually really exciting. We're glad you're here. And we actually haven't had an urgent care facility here in a while, so it's really nice to be able to have that because it's a great alternative to going to the doctor's office.
No, absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about Integra.
Integra was founded back in 2005.
Right.
It's a family-owned, locally operated business, small business. We pretty much treat all of our staff as family, and we're able to take care of all types of acute illnesses and injuries, lacerations, incision, INDs, abscess repairs, things like that. Quite possibly can't get into your normal primary care physician because they require an appointment. Urgent care facilities don't require an appointment. So when you have a common cough or cold or allergy infection, you go to an urgent care facility, you get in, you get out, and get on with your day right away.
Now we're actually here, because it's real quiet this morning, but we're actually here before your opening so that we're able to do this without everybody, with all the hustle and bustle. And of course, I don't think I'd want to be on camera if I was sick either. So we appreciate you doing that and opening up early for us this morning.
I appreciate it.
Hi, welcome to Integra Urgent Care.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Is the doctor in?
Yes. Okay, now I'll just need you to sign this. You can take a seat, and then the back page is your past medical history.
Terrific. Just have a seat?
Yes, go ahead and have a seat.
Great. Well, this could not be any easier. One single sheet of paper, basic information, and then I get to see the doctor.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. My name's Amber. I'm the PA here. Welcome to our
Hi,
clinic.
Amber, how are you? Tell me why I would use an urgent care facility versus an emergency room. Give me an example of why I would go to emergency room versus urgent care.
Well, an emergency room is for those instances where you have a life-threatening emergency.
So if I'm having chest pain, then I go to the ER.
Correct. If
Right.
you're having chest
Right.
pain, if you have uncontrolled bleeding, those areas you definitely want to go to an emergency room. But if you have,
Right.
an incision, or if you have a laceration that, is not bleeding very much, you just need to get it stitched up a little bit, you come to an urgent care facility.
Well, and sometimes too, especially with the kids, they wake up in the morning, oh, my throat hurts, my ear hurts, and you're not sure what's wrong. This is a really great facility to be able to go to because you have, of course, doctors, you have nurses, you have physician assistants here as well.
Correct.
We are in the X-ray room, and which is really great. The fact that you have this in your facility because it gives you the ability to further diagnose some of the issues that are here.
Absolutely. We can diagnose sprains, strains, fractures, a lot of those different issues. We can do chest X-rays to kind of review any issues, the lungs, anything like that.
Okay, so today I guess we're just doing a chest X-ray. Is that right?
Yes.
It's Lorena, right? How are you?
Yes, hi, good.
Great. So you'll be doing my chest X-ray,
Yes,
right?
I am.
All right. So we're going to. We're going to have me to stand over here.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We're going to turn around and face the grid.
All right. Face the grid.
Yes. You'll face the grid.
I'll face the grid.
Yes,
Sorry
don't
about
place
that.
your chest up against there. Okay, and then you'll roll your shoulders forward for me. Okay, perfect. Okay, so if you take a look here, you can kind of see the silhouette of your heart here.
Mhm.
Okay, and all these little white dots, those are just your blood vessels, which are
Okay.
good. That's where the oxygen exchanges carbon dioxide. Okay.
Perfect.
Well, Todd, I feel that you're pretty healthy. There's actually 2 more rooms that I wanted to show you, our minor procedure room and then our lab room as well.
Great. Let's go. Okay. Now this looks a little bit more surgical.
Correct. So when you come in, if you come in with a laceration or you have a ingrown toenail, we can always remove it. We can stitch you up. We can do incision and drainage on an abscess. We essentially do it in here to kind of provide a little bit more space, give a little bit more working room, and then get you taken care of in here and then get you on your way.
But one of the questions is, so do you take insurance?
Absolutely. We take all major insurances, including Medicare and Medicaid. And for those people without insurance, we have very affordable cash pay rates that they can receive upon coming in. We try to keep it very reasonable, try to keep everything very cost minimized. That way patients feel like they can come and utilize us anytime they need us.
That's great.
We're actually running patient labs right now for patients that we have in the office. And so you'll have Ashley and Lorena taking care of the different labs and putting together the results for the provider to review and assist them with the diagnosis of the patient.
Okay, perfect. You've got a great place here. I love the fact you've got the X-ray, you've got the labs, you have the exam rooms. I mean, the procedure room. I mean, you guys are ready to go, and we certainly appreciate you locating in Rowlett.
Oh, we love it, and we're definitely looking forward to being part of the community.
So again, tell me about your hours.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We're only closed on Thanksgiving Day and Christmas Day. And patients can check in online at our website. It's integrauc.com. and they can go online, and there's a link down there for them to be able to check in online, and that way they don't actually have to come in and wait in our waiting room. We'll receive their online check-in, we'll process them into the system. They come in, pay their copay, fill out, sign off on a consent form, and then we're usually able to get them back within about a couple of minutes as soon as they walk in that door. And it saves them a lot of time from having to wait in the lobby.
That's terrific. And of course, you're here at the Big Lot Shopping Center, and your address is?
3701 Lakeview Parkway, Suite 100B, and we're in Rowlett at the corner of Lakeview Parkway and Rowlett Road.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much again. We certainly appreciate it. You know what, Brian?
What's that, Mayor?
With the holiday season, it may be in the rearview mirror right now, right? But things aren't slowing down in our Parks and Recreation department.
Oh, no. It's not slowing down.
Matter of fact, we have a ton of stuff going on. Just look at all this stuff, Brian.
Oh, this is incredible, Mayor. There's something for everyone, every age.
Something for everyone. But you know what was really cool? I bet people don't even know this is available. We talk about this all the time, but I bet they don't even know all the programs that are available. And it's in this really cool magazine called Lakeside Leisure Magazine. And it is filled with programs. Like, check this out. I think this is pretty cool stuff. Did you know that we have Taekwondo for beginners?
No, I did not know that. Why did I think that was coming? Yes. Yep.
See that? I learned that. I watched too many of those shows when I was a kid, with the ad-libbing, with the lips moving at the wrong time. You are a very bad man.
Yes. And Mayor, you got the Rowlett cardboard boat regatta coming up.
And a Kids Fish. That cardboard boat regatta is so cool.
Men's basketball.
And look at this. We got a little Sweetheart Dance, and we got, Skyhawk Soccer, and SAT prep course. If you're really smart, you want to learn about that.
Mm-hmm. Adult softball. And really There's so much to do here. Even jiu-jitsu.
What's that?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Must be a car of some kind.
Oh, and then Zumba.
Yeah, there you go.
That? Okay.
Yes.
Do you like to work out? That's pretty cool
I like
stuff.
to watch that part because I don't want to do that. That looks like it hurts.
And then, of course, but it's really neat. We have there are like hundreds of different things going on at the community center, and they're for all different age groups. We talk about the Waterview Golf Club in here. Yeah. We talk about programs for seniors. There's just a lot going on. Here's a whole section for seniors. You know that? And then we have a senior fitness. We have a sail day, the senior stretch. AARP. I almost got one of those cards in the mail. That's pretty bad. I don't like that. We've got the smart drivers class for seniors, and but there are a lot of ongoing programs like pickleball, table talk, baked goods, coffee and donuts. So a lot of stuff from little kids all the way up to seniors. All this in this really cool magazine. So get your copy of Lakeside Leisure Magazine you can pick one up in person at the Rowlett Community Center, or get it at
Rowlett.com.
Rowlett.com, our favorite website. And we're also featuring Park of the Month, which is exciting on this program as well. And March 2015 is Isaac Scruggs Park, located 7813 Garner Road in Rowlett, Texas. And Isaac Scruggs Park boasts brand new full-length basketball court. And what's really cool is the funds were actually raised from the Community Development Block Grant money.
That's right, federal money.
We have these 2 basketball half courts, a barbecue grill, off-street parking, 5 uncovered picnic tables, 1 shade structure.
For the playground.
It almost sounds like a song. And 1 shade structure playground unit. That's not. Okay. But it's 16 acres and has a large open space for families to play. And it was really cool because I never saw a lot of activity at that park. And we built the whole basketball area, and all of a sudden the other day I drove by, there was probably 20 or 30 kids out there playing ball. That is really cool. So it shows you that the parks do get used, but people want better quality parks. And when there's not a lot there, they just don't attend. So, and plus what's really good, it keeps the kids off the street, gives them an activity to do, and keeps them focused. So we've got a lot going on there, but if you get a chance, drive by and check it out. 7813 Garner Road, it's Isaac Scruggs Park. So here's the community staff with the calendar events for Rowlett Parks and Recreation Department.
Curious about the Rowlett Community Center? Well, we'd love to show you all the exciting things that we have to offer at our wonderful community center. Saturday, March 21st, from 10 to 1, will be our annual open house. At our open house, you have the opportunity to view program demonstrations, meet some of the department instructors, and enjoy a fun-filled morning. Discounts will be given for classes, facility rentals, and new memberships. Also, door prizes will occur every 30 minutes, and a big door prize will be given to participants at the end of the open house. Don't miss the opportunity to learn more about what we can offer you. Also on March 21st from 10 to 1, the Rowlett Community Center will be hosting our second annual Holistic Health Fair. A wide assortment of vendors will be on display, and you'll have the opportunity to talk with numerous practitioners to find out more about holistic health topics. Door prizes and giveaways will also happen. Don't be shy, come on out. After all, healthy community is a happy community.
Come get into insane shape with our brand new conditioning class. Various fitness levels are offered, so no matter what level you're at, you can adjust the level to fit your needs. Classes are available twice a week on Mondays and Wednesdays and are 50 minutes long.
Easter is rapidly approaching, and the Rowlett Parks and Recreation Department wants to invite everybody to come out and join us for a fun-filled celebration on the 28th of March for Easter Extravaganza and on March 29th for Easter Pupapalooza. Activities for the Easter Extravaganza will include an Easter egg hunt filled with candy, a bounce house, a DJ, face painting, vendor booth photos with the Easter Bunny, and more. Egg hunts will begin promptly at 10 a.m. and will be divided by age groups.
Like burning off calories while having a blast dancing to today's most popular tunes? Sure you do, so come check out our Bakwa class. It's fun for the entire family and easy to learn. What could make this even better than it already sounds? How about if we give you your second month free after you register for your first month? That's right, 2 months for the price of one. Fees start at just $20.
Rowlett Adult Softball strives to offer a well-run, competitive, slow-pitch softball program for the entire scope of softball players, from the recreational players to the experienced competitive tournament player. All leagues and tournaments are played at Rowlett Community Park, located at 10200 St. Andrews Lane in Rowlett. Registration for the Summer 1 season is available through Saturday, April 25th, and play will begin the week of Sunday, May 3rd. Team registration fee is $375, which includes an 8-game season for each league. For additional information on Rowlett Adult Softball, call 972-475-9988.
Let Rowlett Parks and Recreation help take some of that stress away that is associated with preparing for the SATs. Come improve your chances of getting into the school of your dreams by being well prepared for your SAT test. Our course consists of 18 hours of classroom instruction in math, grammar, and writing. 2 practice SAT tests will be completed by students, as well as 6 essays. Classes go from March 21st to April 25th and occur on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Fees are $75.
Pupapalooza is a great time to bring out the pups and participate in an off-leash egg hunt specifically made for our four-legged friends. Activities for Easter Pupapalooza will include an egg hunt filled with tasty treats, a best bonnet contest, a look-alike contest, and more. Registration for this event is $15 per pup, and owners must bring proof of rabies vaccination. All dogs must be on a leash until they are in the off-leash designated area.
And now, Mayor, you know my favorite part, most exciting part of the whole show.
The end of the show?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's that we get to announce all the council and P&Z meetings.
Oh, I see, yes.
So we have regular council meetings in March 3rd and the 17th.
Okay, we do?
Yes, we do. Planning and zoning meetings March 10th and the 24th. And then we have a city council work session also on March 10th.
As we do. We always have a lot going on. We've actually increased the number of meetings pretty significantly. It seems like we're meeting every week, but lots going on, and the meetings are open to the public.
Yep.
And if you can't make it, you can also find the broadcast on RTN 16 to watch them, or you can watch us live by streaming video by going to Rowlett.com.
That's right, Mayor.
Always something to do.
And off-site meetings are posted the following day.
So, of course, March is the big cleanup for the city of Rowlett. We got March cleanup, but then we've got the great American Cleanup Day in Rowlett on Saturday, March 21st from 9 to 1.
That's right, Mayor. And the city of Rowlett is partnering with Keep Rowlett Beautiful, the city of Garland, and Keep Garland Beautiful, and to clean up Lake Ray Hubbard shoreline.
Which is really good, because that's something that's desperately needed all the time. And we get bags and bags and bags of trash from all the debris that floats down in there. And so we are looking for volunteers.
Yes, we are.
To come and help us out and spend the morning with us and help us pick up a lot of that trash. And I'll tell you, it's a really great fellowship opportunity because you get to meet a lot of really cool people that you haven't met before. But it also has a very good cause to it because you're going and you're cleaning up our community. And our shoreline is beautiful. You know, we've got a really great lake, but it's receded due to the drought, and unfortunately has exposed some very ugly litter, stuff that's kind of floated at the bottom, and just not very nice. So the two cities and the two Keep Texas Beautiful affiliates, the KTB affiliates, as they're known, will join forces to make an impact on Lake Ray Hubbard shoreline.
That's right, Mayor. And the location will be at the Marina Del Rey, which is at 2413 Rowlett Road. Again, it is open for volunteers. We're asking for volunteers. You can contact Martha Brown at info@keeprowlettbeautiful.org for more information.
And Keep Rowlett Beautiful is a great organization. I mean,
Oh,
they're just an
is.
amazing job. They continue to give back to this community in every single way, and you know, so it's important.
Yes, it is, Mayor.
Well, guess who has got a 100%? What was I going to say? A 100%
adoption rate?
I guess adoption rate or success rate. Success rate is probably a better word.
All right.
Who's that?
I should say
even
this
better.
mayor.
I was going to say what? I was going to say what? I was going to say better than that. What has two thumbs and has a 100% success rate? This guy right here. That's right. You know what? Because it has to do with pet adoption, and also on March 21st, we got a pet adoption at the Rowlett Animal Shelter.
That's
and
right.
That's right, Brian. And guess what we got? We got my buddy here. Okay, hold on just a second. We got, and who is this?
I think that is...
It's Rowdy. Hello, Brian. How are you?
Hello, Rowdy.
You want to adopt me?
I just might have to think about that one.
I don't shed.
Well, then that would be better.
That's great.
That would be better.
Well, but here's the deal. Due to the low number of available pets in the Rowlett shelter, which is really great news, we have rescheduled the previously scheduled
Pet
Adopt-a-thon from Saturday, February 21st, and we rescheduled to March 21st from 10 to 5.
That's right, Mayor. And you know, it's a great problem to have. We have had great success in moving out these animals, dogs, cats. People have been coming and adopting them. And so we were going to have the February event, and there were so few people, so few animals, I should say, that we did not need to have it that Saturday.
If Brian's mother's watching, Brian absolutely hates this. Yes, he hates this. That's why I do it. So I just thought I'd share that.
But all available animals are only $25 to adopt. 5 more for Rowlett.
And this guy right here is free if you take him right now, right?
Yes, yes.
Well, let me talk about this for just a minute, because one of the things that I think is really important. We you know, people have pets in the community. We buy pets every single day. Mm-hmm. And one of the greatest gifts that you can give is to give one of these little guys a home. And something that's very near and dear to my heart. We have started to bring the pets into the council meetings.
Yes.
And very, very pleased to announce that we've got a 100% adoption rate on all those pets that we featured. And as a matter of fact, in our last meeting, if you recall, we had a little Chihuahua that we bought in. And we had the gentleman that heads up our parks, our chairman for our parks board. He actually went out there very, very early in the morning and sat out there and waited until they opened, because he wanted that little puppy. And so they are home. They're happy and just could not be more pleased. And one of the comments that our animal control officer, and Monica Patterson, came back and said, she said, you know, I've got this other Chihuahua there that only has 3 legs. We call him Tripod. And she said, but we need to see if we can find him a home too. And I thought, well, that's a little bit of a challenge, because a lot of times people see something a little bit out of the ordinary, and they go, well, I don't know how this dog's going to perform, or I'm not sure with kids and stuff like that. Well, I went down to the shelter the next day, and I posted the picture of Tripod. We nicknamed him Mayor, and sure enough, we posted him up on Facebook, and he got adopted.
Seriously?
I seriously, absolutely did. And what's really interesting, last night, I want to show. This is really interesting, but we actually had a lost animal. And so someone said, I've lost my pet. And I got a call from Larry Beckham and said, you know, hey, is there anything you could do, essentially? And I told him, I said, how about I post that picture up on my Facebook? And Larry had said, oh, I already posted, he said. I said, well, I've got a little bit more of a following. I've got about 3,500 friends, as you call them. And I posted the picture on Facebook. And literally within probably 30 minutes, I got this call from this lady that was hysterically crying and saying, that's my dog, we're going to find my dog. And she was so excited, because we wanted to find him, make sure he got back to his owner that night. And she was telling me all about the dog, and it really services like special needs and stuff like that. And so it was really, really important. So we were able to reunite them last night, which I thought was really great. And that's really the power of, I think, a lot of the social media and bringing awareness to these really great animals, because one, the ones that we find are loved, like last night as an example, they were looking for that little guy and he got out. And then the ones that are in the shelter, you need to check them out. We've got low-cost adoptions available. They include vaccinations, they include microchipping, and of course they include sterilization. That's like $400 that you're getting for $25 to $75 fee, and it couldn't be a better deal.
And Mayor, there's some beautiful animals
We
down
do.
there too.
And they are wonderful. So I just, I talk a little bit about the animal shelter all the time, but it's really, really important part, because I think it's an important part of our community, and these folks deserve a home too. So if you're thinking about adopting a pet, whether it be a cat or a dog, check out the shelter. We've got some really cool animals down there. And the shelter's located at 4402 Industrial Street. And for more information, you can call 972-412-6219 or check us out on the website by going to Rowlett.com.
Exactly.
Really cool stuff. So I'm excited.
I am too.
Here's to 100%. Fist bump?
100%.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
There you go.
So that was a long announcement, wasn't it? Sorry.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
In the next 2 months, we're going to have a bond election on May 9th.
5 more minutes and I'm done.
For a full list of items, you can visit Rowlett.com. And again, as we said earlier in the show, this is a very important bond election for Rowlett. There's a lot of great items on that list, and please come out and vote.
Yeah, and finally, as part of that, if you have questions on a specific item, pick up the phone and give us a call. Send us an email. We have, we would love to talk to you, but the citizen committee that was there, they would love to have an opportunity to talk to you as well. There's an educational campaign that's kind of started with just trying to educate people about what's on the bond, how they got chosen, those specific items. But again, get the list by going to Rowlett.com. If you have any questions, pick up the phone and call us or send us an email. Now, of course, coming up shortly, which is right around the corner, it's not just a month or so away, is our Memorial Day ceremony with Touch a Truck.
That's right, Mayor.
That's a lot of fun, too. A lot of fun for the whole family. Saturday, May 23rd, from 10 to 1 at the Rowlett Community Center. Now, it's down on Main Street this year because we're going to start some construction down there at the Rowlett Community Center. It's at 5300 Main Street at Rowlett. It's right next to the high school, or I should say back of the high school. That's right. If you haven't been to the community center. And citizens, friends, and family can meet at the Rowlett Community Center, and we pay homage to our fallen soldiers.
This special day continues with Touch a Truck, a fun and educational opportunity for children for all ages to touch, climb on, and explore over 25 trucks lined up at the Rowlett High School parking lot. We will have a fire truck, an ambulance, 18-wheeler, school bus, and more.
And even better than that, it's free.
It's free.
That's
it's
exactly
a free
right.
event.
A lot of fun for the entire family, and really just gives the kids a chance to go out and check that stuff out firsthand. Because a lot of times you see the big truck and you're always wondering what's inside. This gives you a chance to kind of climb in and just check it all out. So a lot of fun. Now, one of my other favorite events that we have this year, we have a lot of really cool stuff for families. And we have our Kid Fish event and the Rowlett Cardboard Boat Regatta. Now, the Kid Fish, have you been down those?
I have, man.
This is great to bring your grandkids down. You can bring your, moms. If you're a single mom, you can bring your kids down. We've got fish that can, or people that can help you put the bait on the hook for you. It's just a really cool day, and it's safe. It's really well done. We give out prizes. But the Kid Fish event is a lot of fun. There's nothing better than you see the look expression on some kid's face. They go, oh, and that fish bites on that line, and they get so excited. In some cases, I watch them drop the pole because they're scared, But then they reel that fish in. Some of these fish are pretty big, and we actually stock the pond down there, too, which is pretty neat. So that's exciting. But that's going to be on Saturday, April 25th from 9 to 2:30 at Community Park.
That's right.
And then the Cardboard Boat Regatta is really cool because if you're interested, go to Rowlett.com. We've got more information on that, but you can actually build a boat out of cardboard. And the goal is that for you to paddle that boat down to the center of the pond and paddle it back without sinking. And whoever gets there first in the fastest time wins.
That's right.
That's pretty cool,
Exactly. And the ones that don't are going to sink.
And it's fun. I'll tell you what, you sit there and cheer your favorite group on. They're paddling, and sometimes you're seeing paddling and they're kind of sinking down in the water. I'm like, this is not going well, But it's just a whole lot of fun for the entire family, and it's a really, really cool event. So that's going to be on April 25th from 9 to 2:30 at Community Park.
And on our next show, we're going to have a big announcement regarding our annual 4th of July celebration.
Can I tell them now or do I have to wait?
You're the mayor.
I guess I'll wait.
You are the mayor.
I guess we'll wait.
All right.
You have to stay tuned for next month. That way you can watch it. But it's really cool. But we do have some really significant news for 4th of July. The 4th of July is really great. It's just an awesome, awesome event. And wait until you hear what we have going on for this year.
Can't wait.
So I know you're relieved because this is the end of the program.
Oh, gosh.
He's saying,
I've been
thank
tortured
God,
for
no
over
more.
an hour now. Yep.
I've had pets hang on me, egg broken on me. I can't take it anymore. Yes. So in closing, we want to say thank you to all that tuned in to the March edition of Rowlett on the Water on the Move. We are really welcoming your emails or suggestions. Just email or call us. We do take these suggestions very seriously. We'd love to add the pieces to our program, and your feedback is very helpful. And a special thanks to our communications director, Drew, and then Rist, who is just a marvel behind the camera. He makes all the magic work by himself, puts the scripts together. It's, can't thank him enough because we could not do this without him. He's kind of the one-man show, so to speak.
Right.
And so, but it's been a good program.
It has, Mayor. It's been fun. Been fun.
So how do we say goodbye?
Well, we say see you next time. Happy trails. Vaya con Dios.
How about just see you next time on Rowlett on the Water, on the Move.
On the Move.
This is Mr. Disaster. Have you met? Much like that nosy neighbor, he always shows up uninvited, at the worst times, and wrecks your day. Well, the good news is, unlike Mr. Nosy Pants, Mr. Disaster has a weak spot. A way for you to escape his grip with minimal damage and help others do the same. Just know what to do. Think, prepare, and act. These 3 steps will help keep you and those around you safe when Mr. Disaster comes knocking at your door. First step, think. Mr. Disaster is a real bully. He can come calling at any time and in many forms, like tornadoes and floods. You can be ready and waiting. Take time to think about the hazards you face living in North Texas. If you know this bully's actions, you'll be ready to stand up to him. Next, prepare. Make sure your family has a personal safety plan, emergency supply kit, and family communication plan in place before Mr. Disaster shows up. Services may be cut off, and emergency responders may not be able to reach you for at least 72 hours. You need to have plans and supplies in place to make it on your own, no matter where you are when Mr. Disaster strikes. Finally, act. There are hundreds of ways to stay safe and be prepared for our old bully, Mr. Disaster. Be sure to put your family's safety first. You are your own best protection against Mr. Disaster. Know what to do. Think, prepare, act.